it's Debbie with Kip's Corner. Welcome back, and if you're a new subscriber, welcome. Today I have the flip-throughs of the Alice in Wonderland journals that are finally finished. It took about 2 months to do all 4 of them, but they're done. And so I'll flip through. The insides are very, very much alike. Things are in different orders and in different places. Tags and things like that are each unique to the journal, but the same number, the same amount, the same things are inside each one. The covers are very different, of course, but I'll show you the covers and flip through one of the insides and then just show you some highlights that I've got. 2 of these are spoken for. The first one that is spoken for is the blue flower, so that one has got a home that it's going to soon. The second one that is spoken for, I believe, is the pink mixed media. And it's also going to use, it has a flower fabric on it. And that one is going to a new home soon. This one is still available. This is Brown. We're calling her Brown. And then this one is also still available. And this one is Blue Mix. The cover of this one has a panel on the front that is a mixed media panel. There's texture paste in the background with several different stencils, some cheesecloth in the background, the little Mr. Rabbit little stopwatch, and some chipboard pieces, some lace, and some vintage doily pieces here, metal corners. If you can see that, it's a silver metal, knob closure. Then on the spine, we have this beautiful applique of Alice, and this is from Crafty Me Shop. I can put her link in the description below. And this is this gorgeous fabric. So I kept the back plain. Sari silk closure here with the knob closure. And here, let me get this in, get it in frame. To open this type of book, you just press down right there by the knob and just pop that sari off, and that way you don't have to untie the bow every single time. Here we go. Okay, the inside has a marble paper, some washi. This is a vintage handkerchief. This particular one has flowers on the edge, these blue and white flowers I thought were really pretty. Little what is that, safety pin kind of thing there. Let's see if I can get this in frame. Here's a mixed media tag. It's made on chipboard, backed with tea-dyed paper. It's got some texture on it with texture paste. You've got the bunny, some vintage doily, and the playing card. This is another tag. This page and all the tags and journaling cards, well, not all of them, but the ones where there's images from the book come directly from the book. They aren't scans. They are original cut out pieces or torn out pieces from images and illustrations throughout the book. And so that's why obviously I only have one of each, so they're all a little different. But this is a tag here, and then this is a book page from a different book. I had 2 older Alice in Wonderland journal books. One was all text with no illustrations, and one had a lot of illustrations in it. So I used both of those. And this is just backed with some, there's a little bit of doily piece here up at the top, and then this is painter's masking on the back to write on it. The first pages of all the signatures, each book has 3 signatures. The first pages of all the signatures have pages from a kit from, I believe it was My Porch Prints, or Alice in Wonderland kit. And they have these subtle little images on them, and I have waxed those as well. My current favorite technique, or one of them anyway. They all have lace on the edge. Some of it is new lace, some of it are crocheted trim, some of it is older. And then I also, on the first page of each signature, I've got a little bulb pin. This one has some beads on it. Tea-dyed paper throughout. This is, I did a video on this. This is my Down the Rabbit Hole little tab where I cut it out, and then there's an image on the inside. This one has Alice in it. I've also used a few pages from a book called Paperscapes. It's a series of books on different topics that have these die-cut pages. And so these are pages that I've taken directly from the book. They have an Alice in Wonderland book. So the frame on the front and the back. This is just a little bit of sari silk with some beautiful trim, again from Crafty Me Shop, just running down the middle there. And then these books have some very delicate pages in them, so I'm not going to lie, they're delicate. But this page is directly from, it was a book that had both Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass on it. And so I've just pulled a page out of there, lined it here in the edge with some washi tape that was glued so it has a little bit more stability. This is the envelope pocket that I made, the first side of it, one of them that I made on video. This is the one with the hand coming in. And a tag, these tags were from Victoria Designs, a digital kit. And I just backed that. And that just slips right in there. Some vintage ledger paper. Each book also has a little vintage doily just tucked in it, and so that's that one. And this is also from that digital kit from my porch prints here in the center. And I've got this one lined with some sari silk, aged sari silk. And there's the back side of that envelope that has a little piece of vintage doily on it, and then a piece of new little baby applique there. I do not have anything inside these, but this opens up and you can put something in it. It's the back side of that page. Here's a pocket made from some of that same vintage paper from the Alice in Wonderland book, and then a piece from the paper pad I used in here is Stamperia's Alice in Wonderland. It's a beautiful kit, and that's where these journaling cards come from. And they just have a nice little back, and so that's tucked in there. And then this is a journaling card I made from the illustrations from the book. So again, this would be unique to this book because there's only one illustration, and I did not scan them. I used them direct. This is the slots die cut from Tim Holtz that I created with the papers from the book. And I've just got a few things tucked in here. This is also from Victoria Designs, little ticket. Let's see if I can take a look. And this is pulled from the Stamperia pad. Little T there. And the little baby playing cards also from the Stamperia pad. They're cute. Just some vintage tickets here and another playing card. Again, trimmed with lace. And now here's the next signature. And on this one, this has a charm that says Imagine. Here's another piece from the Paperscapes book. Another page from the actual book. This is a little tab that I saw from a video that Mountain Girl Studio did. And I will try to link that video below too. But it's pieces of vintage doily and fabrics pulled together, and then I sewed some seed beads. See if you can see that? I sewed some seed beads on the edge, and then it has a rusty paper clip coming out as the tab part. Each journal has, I think, 2 of these in them, and they're all different. More tea-dyed paper. I like to leave a lot of room for writing, or as much as I can, and so there's more of that vintage ledger paper that's nice for writing. Here's another waxed sheet from my porch prints page, and then a handmade paper with some petals in it. I thought that worked nicely. Here's a pocket that I made from paper from the Stamperia pad. It's just got sewn edges, and then a bingo card with a decoupage napkin on it. And that's an actual vintage bingo card that I gotten at an estate sale. And then there's another journal card. And here's the center of the center. And that's from the Stamperia pad. And each one of these is going to be slightly different as well. This is a little tuck spot I made from a top hat. Another journaling card direct from the book. And this is a cutout from that Paperscapes book. A little Mad Hatter. He's the same on both sides. Just tucked in there. More vintage ledger paper. More tea-dyed paper. Here's another ruffle with that trim on the edge, made with sari silk. There's the back side of the paperscapes. This is a pocket made from, this paper is actually from a different Stamperia pad. There's a piece of a vintage doily down here at the bottom and a little button. And then inside I have another tag. And these tags were made from the tag fabrication collaboration kit from Artie Mays and Love Junk Journals. And I can link that below as well. Some more vintage doily and another piece directly from the book. And another journaling card made from the book. Let's tuck those in there. And then the third signature is yet a different, so each one of these waxed pages are slightly different. And then this particular one has a little charm on it that has a teacup with a top hat on it. These are the playing card pockets that I made from Jumbo Pockets. I have a video on that. And then this is more napkin and a little bit of page directly from the book. And this has a charm on it that has it's a little drink me bottle. And inside I just have another one of those journaling cards from the paper pad. More vintage ledger paper. There's just a tea-dyed or coffee-dyed doily. More paper from the book. More tea-dyed paper and another ruffle here made from sari silk. This is a pocket that I made from the paper kit, from Stamperia kit, and another tag from Victoria Designs. And there's that middle spread. Here's the second rusty paper clip doily fabric seed bead tab, whatever you want to call it. Here's an upper corner tuck pocket. This is from the paper pad, and then I've got it backed here with an edge of pages from the book. And then this is an envelope from the My Porch Prints pad digital kit. And then I've got that lined with more page from the book. Don't have anything in the envelope, but it's there ready to be used. On all of the vintage papers, the paperscapes, pages from the book, I've lined all of those edges with washi, just so it has a little bit of extra interest here, but then it also gives extra protection to those pages since they are so fragile. This is a pocket, there we go, a pocket made from piano paper roll, and then this is a trim, just a fabric trim here on the flap, and then some pieces from some old fabric, an old button, a piece of old doily cut apart, and then there's a pocket, there's a tuck here behind the pocket, and I've just got another one of those Paperscapes die cut pieces in there, and then this opens. It has a Velcro closure, and I've lined these with fabric, different fabrics, but same fabrics used in some of the other books, but this is not the same fabric on the front of this one. And then that just closes like that. And we are to the end. The inside back pockets also have the same handkerchief, the same vintage handkerchief. This one has a large journaling card directly from the book, and then a small, this cover is from the My Porch Prints kit, and then I've just got the inside pages in here. This is from a 1909 day book here. Some of it, a little bit of it's written on, and then the rest is just tea-dyed or vintage ledger paper. Just tossed in there to create a little notebook. All right, so let me move right along very quickly. The front is made with a frame, chipboard frame, with some texture, paint, metallic, gilder's wax, charm, the little chipboard pieces. And then this is a fabric print, a print on fabric, I should say, that's back behind that frame. This is a vintage doily, and this one has a little charm on the edge with some beads. Very simple, pretty little bead there with some pink flower in the middle, and then it just goes to the back like so. So that's the difference here, the cover of that one, with a cream colored or an ivory colored colored sari silk. And then the difference here, very quickly, I'll show you. This playing card is a little different. This tag is a little different. This doily is a little different. So they all have a doily in them, but they're all in different places. And then the bulbs, the beads, bulbs on the edge are slightly different. And then of course the pages are going to be slightly different, obviously. And the down the rabbit hole tabs are each a little different. And then each of the die cuts inside the books will be slightly different. Let's see if I can flip through real quick here, but I've used the same paper. These little pockets here, they all have some more of those playing cards in them. The other one did too. But they all have trim, they all have the books. Each pocket is going to be slightly different, and each bingo card will be slightly different. And of course, every one of the journaling cards will be slightly different. But they all have, like I said, they all have the same pieces and the same things in them. Here's another teacup with the top hat on it. Some more, let's see. So a slightly different pocket here and a slightly different tag there. So everything I made, as I made things, I made 4 of them. Here's this pocket and these journaling cards. And here's the middle spread of this book. Here's this pocket with the piano player piano paper. So again, the doily is going to be different, the button's different, and this has a different inside fabric. Different crochet trim. Some of this is vintage, some of this is vintage, some of it's a new, slightly different pocket here. So you get the idea. And they all have the same slot die cut here. And here's the top tuck. And then this is the vintage napkin. I keep saying napkin, handkerchief. I guess napkins and handkerchiefs are similar, right? Here's the vintage handkerchief used on this particular one. Again, another journaling card. And here's that same, just another one of the same little notebooks tucked in the back. Okay, so that's brown. This one has a mixed media panel as well with crackle, some patina on the edge, chipboard pieces, metal pieces here, and some little flowers. And then I put a book plate on this one that just says journal. And then we've got the metal corners as well on this. And then some little, this is a part of a vintage handkerchief. I said it right, handkerchief. And I've got that just ripped up and behind here. Another applique on this one. So this does not have the bead. So 2 of them have a bead drop and 2 of them just have the applique. And this is the bunny. And then I left the back plain on that one. And real quick, here is the tag, the mixed media tag. And here is the other tag from the fabrication kit. Just slightly different. And this one, the doily or handkerchief that I've used has this beautiful pink edging on it. On the inside, there's a slightly different tab. Here's another pocket. They all have these in it. These cards, journal cards, are going to be a little different. On this one, this charm it's also a teacup, but this one has the rabbit on it. So a couple of them have the rabbit, a couple of them have the top hat. Here's this tab on this one. Different lace trim on the edge. Again, some of it vintage, some of it new. Here is the pocket on this one. And here's the center of the center on this one. This one I used some of this, it's sort of a dusty pink, a dark dusty pink trim, but then the rest are all, some of these are vintage, some of them are not. The third charm on this one is a pale pink flower. Here's the doily in this one. And here's the pocket in this one. Here's the back side of it. And these are just made from the book pages, these little tuck spots that I just got these baby playing cards tucked into. More. And this is the player piano roll pocket on this one. So it's just got a slightly different little collage snippet set here. Still has the Velcro. Here's another. This one is also the pink fabric on the inside, and then they all do still have the same tuck spot in the back. And the inside back cover looks the same. So you can see how as I made things, I made 4 of everything, even though they were each unique. They're the same. The same, only different. The same thing, only different. This is the cover of Blue Flower. Again, another frame, a different frame with more texture paste and through stencils through here, some crackle. Here's another one of those keys with the bunny on it. This is also another different fabric panel here. An upside down keyhole. Somebody pointed that out to me that it was upside down. I'm like, oops, but I'm okay with that. These are not perfect. These are handmade. They're not perfect. This is some tea-dyed or newer trim that was tea-dyed. And then this is the, let's see if I can get that. I don't know if I can get that in the light, but it's got some beautiful sparkle, these blue beads. And this is the journal that I trimmed or did the finishing touches on the video before this one. So you've seen pretty much the outside of this. I'll just flip through very quickly on the inside. Here's the mixed media tag and the other tag. This one has a vintage handkerchief in it that has these pretty flowers on this front half and the edging in a pale, very pale blue. Here's the doily in this one and the tab in that one. Same thing here. There's ruffle trim throughout on the edges, the paperscape books. There's the, oops, I'm caught up here. There's the top hat tuck and the playing card pocket. Here's another pocket with doily and another tag. And then another tuck pocket. So all of them have this same envelope in them that is empty, and all 4 of them are trimmed with paper. This has I showed this on video last time as I was recording, the last video I recorded, this bead with a heart on it. Here's the tab, the fabric and doily tab on that one. The pocket on that one. There's the center spread pocket with some journal cards. Another sari silk ruffle with some trim running down the middle of it. And here's the center of this one. Here's the other pocket on that one. And again, for all 4 journals, all of the outside signature pieces are, the first page of each signature, I should say, is made with a waxed paper. And then here is the player piano roll pocket on this one. And they all have an old button, and the doily pieces, they all have the same trim here on the pocket. And this one, 2 of them have the blue flower fabric and 2 of them have the pink flower fabric on the inside. And they all have this tuck back behind. And here's the tab, the second tab on that one. This one has a slightly bigger pocket and a different journaling card. It slides in there. Okay, so I think that pretty much shows you everything about them, how they are all the same, only different. 2 of them are spoken for. 2 of them are not. The 2 that are available are the brown, this one, and the blue mixed media, this one. So I will post both of these in my Etsy shop at about the same time that I load the video. So as you're seeing this video, you should be able to link below and get to my Etsy shop and see these at the exact same time. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been a really, really fun project. I've never done 4 journals like this at the exact same time. And so it was a challenge on several levels. Certainly a challenge with my patience in wanting to get them all done. Because it feels like it took forever, but knowing that I made 4 of them, it really didn't. so there's that. And then I'm already have plans and I'm working on the next journal. I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but I'm gathering things and getting them ready to go to get started on. So I think that'll be coming up very soon at the beginning of those, or that. I think I'm only going to make 1 this next time. Let's keep it at 1. I may try a grouping like this again at a later date. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for those of you who have been watching this whole series. I really appreciate your support and your comments, your lovely comments. It's all wonderful, and I appreciate all of you. So thank you so much, and until next time, bye.